Welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys hopefully a somewhat complete tutorial of Smoky Warriors inside Boom Beach. Now a lot of people recently have been asking for Smoky Warrior, like a Smoky Warrior tutorial. Maybe a bunch of you are starting to unlock Smoke, but here's how the video is going to work. I'm going to do a couple attacks on my low level account, then I'm going to jump over to my maxed account and show you some high level warriors. So we're kind of getting a mix of low and high, and you can kind of modify it for the mid-range in between. Alright, so these are my warriors. So level 8, you can see all the stats right there. Honestly, as soon as you unlock Smoke, you can start doing this, and it works pretty well. And let's just find some higher level players and jump into it. The biggest thing is bring battle orders. Honestly, any level of warriors you want to bring battle orders, and you're going to try to keep battle orders alive, or brick alive, as long as possible. If you can get to the end, good job to you. If you can't, then maybe don't. So this guy has some hidden mines, and there's mines here, so we're going to try to avoid them and go in the middle here. Any level of warriors, you're never gonna flare to a building right away. Honestly, really the only building you should flare to is the headquarters at the end. This way your troops don't spread out. We're gonna activate bullet, we're gonna drop a shock on splash damage, we'll drop a couple med kits to heal up our troops and keep them alive, and the base is going to drop. And that's pretty much all there is. The biggest thing, especially for a low level battle, is don't flare to a building. That's going to cause brick to go really far behind your troops. You're not going to be able to boost up all of your troops at the end. The goal is to use brick to your advantage. Battle orders. You should have battle orders. If you don't have battle orders, upgrade brick as fast as possible to grab battle orders. It's very, very important at this low level. Make sure you use code COSMIC in the shop also to support us, and let's jump into the next battle. So this player is a level 40. I want higher level players, so I'm gonna find a new opponent. Here's a level 42. Alright, so for a base like this, you're just gonna go up the middle. Remember, you're not gonna flare to a building. If you flare to a building, your troops are gonna spread out like crazy, and it's not gonna work. So our goal is to get brick here, right under the core, so when I activate her, she's gonna boost up all of my warriors, or at least the majority of my warriors. And you saw there that it worked very, very well. Brick boosted up pretty much all my warriors. Maybe a couple didn't get boosted, but by holding off flaring to the headquarters, once I reached that end zone, I was able to get brick in position to boost up all of my warriors. So we're gonna do one more battle. I'm looking for a specific base design, because there's a certain base design that a lot of people use. If there's shock launchers, shock launchers first. So we're gonna have to attack this base. None of the other bases are really corner bases. This guy has 32% building health, so we're gonna have to modify our combination there. For people who have a lot of HP, I mean, there's a certain point where you're just not gonna be able to take someone out no matter how good your attack is. I don't really know where that is at this level, but hopefully it's not that high. So I don't want these boom mines to take out too many of my troops, so we're going to try our first attack by not taking out any of the boom mines, but we're going to drop an artillery there to take out this. Okay, forgot it doesn't one shot, but we'll just take those defenses down because we'll spend 5 and we'll get 6 back. So for bases like this, here's what you're going to do. You're going to drop a flare on the corner. You're going to drop your hero, and then way off to the side, you're going to drop all of your warriors in a line like this. Once your warriors get up more, we're going to drop that flare right next to that core, and brick here. I don't know why I dropped that smoke. A little baby low-level machine gun isn't going to be able to do anything to me, but we're just going to park ourselves right here. We're going to flare to the headquarters to save brick. Okay, good. Brick didn't die. We'll boost up, and we'll just drop a shock. Typically, you want to shock defenses that are super close that deal a lot of splash damage. Now, I didn't even spend a lot of my energy. Typically, you drop a couple med kits down to heal up your troops. It's really easy. That kind of attack on a corner base is crazy easy. Just make sure there's not a lot of hidden mines or mines in your way, and you'll be fine. Honestly, attacking with warriors is so much fun, and I wish everyone would learn how to attack with them, because they're honestly one of the better troops. So this base is going to be the last base we're going to attack on this account. Level 44, I'm going to drop my troops kind of in a line. One smoke, flare right under the core, and continue dropping smokes. make sure you drop your smokes one after the other and you don't wait to drop them on the park. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a shock on the shock launcher, and we're just gonna drop a couple med kits down to heal up my troops. There honestly wasn't a lot of splash under the core, but that's fine. We were able to defeat the base anyways. So there we go. That's low level warrior tips, and now we're gonna jump up to my maxed out account to play on a high level. Guess what? The same attack combination works, but it gets modified when you find someone who has a shield generator. So shield generators are probably the only issue you're gonna come across with warriors. In a base like that, I'm not able to take out. I used to be able to when I had way more gumbo energy, but I am cutting that back. Also, if you're new to the channel and you're seeing my green statue, it was a joke. I don't ignore green statues, it was a joke. Okay, here we go. Here's a player who's a level 67, and the first thing I notice is mines. These players up here are gonna have way more mines than you would find at a lower level. So there's 3 mines around the core. Boom mines do hurt, so we're just gonna drop a barrage to take out the mines. Since the base is kind of in the middle, I don't need as much gumbo energy to reach that point. I see a nice line here. There's some mines here, but I'm not gonna worry about those. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. So I see a nice walk lane. I'm just gonna walk up. So I'm gonna stagger my troop drops like this. It didn't really work that well. Just gonna drop a smoke on the beach, drop a flare under the core, and drop my final 2 smokes one after the other. I want to make sure none of my troops fan out at the end, so Brick wasn't quite able to get into position. It just happens sometimes. You're not always going to be able to get Brick into that position, but I'm going to drop a shock on shock launchers. Shock launchers first, and then you can do machine guns or flamethrowers right by the core. If there's none of those, or if there's only like one of them, drop a shock on a bunch of boom cannons or cannons in the area. It honestly doesn't matter too much. Warriors are super easy to get a few wins. I think this was the player who had the shield. Yeah. Here's a level 66 on the lower side, but you can see their base design is slightly different. Obviously, it's in the back more, but it's still going to be really easy to take out. So I see a lot of mines. We're going to drop a barrage on the mines first. Then we're going to stagger our troops down, starting with our hero. That way they kind of all fan together. I flared into that little spot there. Again, you don't really want to flare to a building directly. It hurts. It really does hurt. Your troops are going to spread out like crazy, and it's not going to go very well for you. So if you can, try to not flare to that, but if you're forced to, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You'll get better at playing, but you do really have to be quick with your fingers. Now, I'm gonna do an attack where I do flare to a building just so you see the general difference between the two, and you'll see how much more spreading your troops are gonna have. All right, here we go. We're gonna drop all my troops here. I'm gonna drop a smoke, and we're just gonna flare to the headquarters in the back. See how much my troops are spreading out when I flare to the headquarters in the back? That's what you don't want. That's going to hurt you. Your smokes are going to have to be closer together, and it's just not going to be good overall. Because this attack, I'm going to try to take down the base. We're just going to take down the mines at the core, and I mean, it won't make a difference between the spread of your troops. So, I'm going to drop our troops in the exact same place, and we're going to drop a flare to the back again. Now, typically, this is kind of a pretty far walk to the core, but you see the difference between my troops? You see how close they are? You can really spread out your smokes way more than you would if you were just flaring to a defense in the back. Now, because your troops will spread more depending on the distance, it's okay to flare to buildings if you have to that are super close. As a beginner, that's typically how you would do it. You'd flare to a defense that's super close, and then you'd flare to the headquarters in the back. I don't really like this way as much. I'm very much used to not flaring to defenses, but that was way before this new strategy came where you wouldn't flare to buildings. If I had to sum up this whole video in one sentence, I was gonna say one word, but it's one sentence. It's don't flare to buildings. Just don't. On your walk up, don't flare to buildings. When you reach the core, you're gonna have to flare to it, obviously, but don't flare on your walk up. Just take down mines as you see fit, and honestly, it's gonna be really nice for you. Okay guys, we're gonna do one more attack I'm not going to try to defeat the base, but I want to show you how to use warriors at a high level on a corner base. I mean, almost half the bases are corner bases where the headquarters is in the corner, so attacking them with warriors is kind of essential. So this base is a little bit different, and the only reason I say that is I want to show you how to get brick to the headquarters, and there's a ton of boom mines here. So we're going to try our best. We're going to take down these boom mines. We're going to spend way more energy than we have to. We're probably not going to have much energy on the core. I mean, keeping brick alive is probably one of the most essential things at this point. Drop my hero. This is the exact same combination and strategy you would be using for a low level account. We're going to drop our flare back. You'll see my hero is in smoke, so she doesn't die to the boom mines. And I'm going to space out my smokes super far. This way we're not spending nearly as much energy. And by the time you get to the core, brick is already here. And you could just flare to it. You could activate her. You could flare to the core. We have enough for one shock. And we're going to shock all of this splash. Now I know, again, I'm not going to be able to defeat the base. I know that there's a shock launcher there. But, okay, well, we did deal a lot of damage. That's crazy. I mean, I have so much damage. That was really, really close. I think we'll fizzle out here. Yeah, that was really close. I have so much damage. I just burnt through that shield. Typically, if you're using warriors and you come across a shield, I would just use a different troop combination. If you're forced to use warriors, you could bar time the shield generator. I don't have enough energy for that. Or you could flare to it, take it out, and then flare to the core. I also don't have enough energy for that. So I just can't use warriors to take out a player like this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like as always, and I'll talk to you in the next Boom Beach video. I hope you enjoyed this complete tutorial to Smoky Warriors. Bye guys.